Ananya had always been the type to put others before herself. As a dedicated schoolteacher, wife, and mother of two, her days were a whirlwind of activities. From early morning until late at night, she was always on the move, ensuring her family was well cared for and her students received the best education she could provide. Yet, despite her efforts, a sense of emptiness gnawed at her. She was constantly exhausted, her energy reserves depleted. One evening, while grading papers at her kitchen table, she felt a sudden wave of fatigue wash over her, a deep-seated tiredness that seemed to penetrate her very bones. She realized she couldn't keep up this pace forever. That night, she made a promise to herself. She would embark on a journey to self-care. The next morning, Ananya woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. She knew it wouldn't be easy to shift her focus inward, but she was determined. Her first step was to set aside time each day for herself. She began by waking up 30 minutes earlier than usual to enjoy a quiet cup of tea while watching the sunrise. This small act of mindfulness started her day on a positive note, and she found herself feeling more centered and calm throughout the day. The serene morning moments allowed her to gather her thoughts and set her intentions for the day, creating a buffer against the inevitable chaos that would follow. Ananya also started keeping a journal, where she documented her thoughts, feelings, and daily experiences. At first, the blank pages seemed daunting, but as she began to write, she found solace in putting her emotions into words. Writing down her thoughts helped her process and understand them better. She wrote about her struggles, her triumphs, and her plans for the future. This practice not only provided a therapeutic outlet but also helped her track her progress on her self-care journey. Through her journaling, she started to identify patterns in her behavior and emotions, gaining insights into what triggered her stress and what brought her joy. In addition to her morning ritual and journaling, Ananya made a conscious effort to practice gratitude. Each evening, before bed, she would jot down 3 things she was grateful for that day. This simple exercise shifted her focus from what was lacking in her life to what was abundant. She began to notice the small blessings she had previously taken for granted: a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a colleague, her children's laughter. This newfound gratitude fostered a sense of contentment and helped her appreciate the present moment. Despite these positive changes, Ananya's journey to self-care was not without its challenges. There were days when she struggled to find the time for her new routines, days when the demands of her family and job seemed overwhelming. On those days, she reminded herself that self-care was a journey, not a destination. She learned to be gentle with herself, understanding that it was okay to have setbacks. What mattered was her commitment to keep going, to keep prioritizing her well-being. Ananya's family soon noticed the changes in her. Her husband, Raj, saw how much happier and more relaxed she seemed. Their children, Anya and Arav, sensed their mother's renewed energy and enthusiasm. They started to respect her quiet morning time, understanding its importance. Raj even joined her for morning tea sometimes, enjoying the peaceful start to the day together. These moments of connection deepened their bond and brought a new harmony to their household. As the weeks passed, Ananya began to feel the benefits of her self-care practices. She had more energy, her mood improved, and she found herself more patient and present with her family and students. The initial small steps she had taken were having a profound impact on her overall well-being. She realized that by taking care of herself, she was better equipped to take care of others. Her journey to self-care had just begun, but she was already reaping the rewards, feeling more alive and connected than she had in years. Through her awakening, Ananya discovered that self-care was not a luxury, but a necessity. It was a vital part of living a balanced and fulfilling life. As she continued to explore and integrate new practices into her routine, she knew she was on the right path, a path that would lead her to a healthier, happier, and more authentic self. And so, with a heart full of hope and determination, Ananya embraced her journey to self-care, ready to face whatever challenges and joys lay ahead. With a newfound commitment to self-care, Ananya decided to pay closer attention to her physical health. She realized that her diet was often rushed and unbalanced, consisting of quick snacks and meals eaten on the go. The demands of her busy life had led her to prioritize convenience over nutrition, and her body was beginning to show the effects. She felt sluggish and frequently experienced digestive issues. Determined to make a change, she began researching nutritious recipes and started planning her meals more thoughtfully. Ananya's kitchen soon became a haven of colorful fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. She dedicated her weekends to meal prepping, chopping vegetables, cooking grains, and marinating proteins. This way, she could quickly assemble healthy meals during her hectic weekdays. The act of preparing food became a meditative practice, a time for her to slow down and appreciate the nourishment she was providing for her body. One of the first changes Ananya made was incorporating a variety of fresh produce into her diet. She visited the local farmers market every Sunday, filling her basket with vibrant fruits and vegetables. She experimented with different recipes, creating hearty salads, flavorful stir-fries, and refreshing smoothies. Her meals became a feast for the senses, bursting with color, flavor, and nutrition. In addition to eating more fruits and vegetables, Ananya made it a priority to stay hydrated. She carried a water bottle with her everywhere she went, sipping throughout the day. She also discovered the benefits of herbal teas, enjoying a cup of chamomile or peppermint tea in the afternoon. Staying hydrated helped her feel more energized and focused, and her skin began to glow with a newfound radiance. Ananya's mornings now included a nutritious breakfast, a meal she had often skipped in the past. She started her day with a bowl of overnight oats topped with fresh berries and a sprinkle of nuts, or a smoothie packed with spinach, banana, and almond milk. These nutrient-dense breakfasts provided her with sustained energy, setting a positive tone for the rest of her day. Ananya also began to pay attention to her body's hunger and fullness cues. She practiced mindful eating, savoring each bite and listening to her body's signals. This approach helped her avoid overeating and made her meals more enjoyable. She realized that food was not just fuel, but a source of pleasure and comfort. To complement her improved diet, Ananya incorporated regular exercise into her routine. She started with gentle yoga sessions in the morning, which helped her stretch and strengthen her body while calming her mind. She found a local studio that offered early morning classes, and the serene environment quickly became a sanctuary for her. The flowing movements and deep breaths grounded her, setting a peaceful tone for the rest of the day. As she grew more comfortable with her yoga practice, Ananya added brisk walks in the evening, enjoying the fresh air and the beauty of nature. She explored the nearby parks and trails, relishing the tranquility of the outdoors. These walks not only improved her physical health but also boosted her mood and energy levels. The rhythmic motion of walking became a form of moving meditation, allowing her to clear her mind and reconnect with herself. Ananya also discovered the benefits of strength training. She joined a local gym and started working with a personal trainer who tailored a workout plan to her needs. The combination of cardio, strength, and flexibility exercises helped her build a strong and resilient body. She felt empowered by her physical progress, noticing how her muscles became more defined and her stamina increased. Despite her busy schedule, Ananya made it a priority to get enough rest. She set a consistent bedtime and created a calming nighttime routine. She dimmed the lights, put away electronic devices, and spent the last hour before bed reading or practicing gentle stretches. This routine helped her unwind and prepare for restful sleep. She also invested in a comfortable mattress and blackout curtains to create an optimal sleep environment. With these changes, Ananya began to notice significant improvements in her physical health. She felt more energized, her mood stabilized, and she experienced fewer digestive issues. Her skin glowed with a newfound radiance, and she felt more confident in her body. The initial small steps she had taken were having a profound impact on her overall well-being. She realized that nourishing her body was not just about the food she ate, but also about how she moved, rested, and cared for herself. Ananya's commitment to self-care inspired her family as well. Raj started joining her for evening walks, and they enjoyed the opportunity to connect and talk about the day. Anya and Arav became more interested in cooking and trying new foods, and they often helped their mother in the kitchen. These shared activities brought the family closer together and reinforced the importance of a healthy lifestyle. Through nourishing her body, Ananya discovered a deeper connection to herself. She learned to listen to her body's needs and honor them with love and care. This chapter of her self-care journey taught her that true wellness comes from within, and that taking care of her physical health was an essential part of living a balanced and fulfilling life. As she continued to explore new ways to nourish her body, she felt more empowered and resilient, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As Ananya's physical health improved, she turned her attention to her mental well-being. She realized that her mind was constantly racing with thoughts, worries, and to-do lists. The stresses of work and family life often left her feeling overwhelmed and anxious. To quiet the noise and find inner peace, she decided to practice meditation. Ananya began by setting aside a few minutes each morning for meditation. She found a quiet corner in her home, lit a candle, and sat in silence, focusing on her breath. At first, it was challenging to still her mind. Thoughts would intrude, and she often found herself getting distracted. However, she learned to gently bring her focus back to her breath each time her mind wandered. With time and practice, she began to feel a sense of inner calm and clarity. Meditation became a sanctuary, a place where she could retreat from the chaos of daily life and connect with her inner self. To deepen her meditation practice, Ananya attended a weekend meditation retreat. Surrounded by nature, she immersed herself in guided sessions, learned different techniques, and connected with like-minded individuals. The experience was transformative, providing her with tools to manage stress and cultivate mindfulness. She returned home with a renewed commitment to her practice, incorporating longer meditation sessions into her daily routine. Ananya also made it a point to engage in activities that stimulated her mind and brought her joy. She rekindled her love for reading, losing herself in the pages of novels and exploring new ideas through non-fiction. She created a cozy reading nook in her living room, filled with soft cushions and a warm blanket. Each evening, after her children were asleep, she would curl up with a book and a cup of herbal tea. Reading became a cherished ritual, a way for her to unwind and expand her horizons. Ananya's curiosity led her to explore new subjects. She enrolled in an online course on psychology, a field that had always fascinated her. The course challenged her intellect and provided valuable insights into human behavior. She enjoyed the structured learning and the sense of accomplishment that came with completing assignments and exams. This intellectual stimulation made her feel more fulfilled and balanced, adding a new dimension to her self-care journey. Recognizing the importance of social connections, Ananya reached out to friends and family members she hadn't spoken to in a while. She realized that nurturing these relationships was crucial for her mental well-being. She arranged coffee dates, phone calls, and virtual catch-ups, reconnecting with loved ones and sharing her experiences. These interactions reminded her of the importance of human connection and the joy it brings. She also joined a local book club, where she met people who shared her passion for reading. The discussions and camaraderie enriched her life, providing a sense of community and belonging. Ananya found joy in engaging in creative activities as well. She discovered the therapeutic benefits of coloring and started working on intricate mandala designs. The repetitive motion and focus required to fill in the patterns helped her relax and quiet her mind. She also took up journaling as a form of creative expression, writing poetry and short stories. These creative outlets allowed her to express herself in ways that words couldn't always capture. To further cultivate her mind, Ananya practiced gratitude daily. Each morning, she would jot down 3 things she was grateful for in her journal. This simple exercise shifted her focus from what was lacking in her life to what was abundant. She began to notice the small blessings she had previously taken for granted: a beautiful sunrise, a kind word from a colleague, her children's laughter. This newfound gratitude fostered a sense of contentment and helped her appreciate the present moment. Despite these positive changes, Ananya's journey to cultivating her mind was not without challenges. There were days when she felt overwhelmed by her responsibilities and struggled to find time for herself. On those days, she reminded herself that self-care was a journey, not a destination. She learned to be gentle with herself, understanding that it was okay to have setbacks. What mattered was her commitment to keep going, to keep prioritizing her well-being. Ananya's family noticed the changes in her. Her husband, Raj, saw how much happier and more relaxed she seemed. Their children, Anya and Arav, sensed their mother's renewed energy and enthusiasm. They started to respect her quiet morning time, understanding its importance. Raj even joined her for meditation sometimes, enjoying the peaceful start to the day together. These moments of connection deepened their bond and brought a new harmony to their household. As the weeks passed, Ananya began to feel the benefits of her mental self-care practices. She had more energy, her mood improved, and she found herself more patient and present with her family and students. The initial small steps she had taken were having a profound impact on her overall well-being. She realized that by taking care of her mind, she was better equipped to handle the challenges of daily life. Her journey to self-care had just begun, but she was already reaping the rewards, feeling more alive and connected than she had in years. Through cultivating her mind, Ananya discovered a deeper connection to herself. She learned to listen to her thoughts and emotions, to honor them with love and care. This chapter of her self-care journey taught her that true wellness comes from within and that taking care of her mental health was an essential part of living a balanced and fulfilling life. As she continued to explore new ways to nourish her mind, she felt more empowered and resilient, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Ananya's journey to self-care led her to rediscover her creative side. She remembered how much she loved painting as a child and decided to pick up a brush again. She set up a small art corner in her home, filled with paints, canvases, and brushes. Whenever she felt overwhelmed or stressed, she would retreat to her art corner and let her emotions flow onto the canvas. The act of creating something beautiful with her hands was incredibly therapeutic and allowed her to express herself in ways words couldn't. Ananya also explored other creative outlets, such as writing poetry and crafting. She found joy in experimenting with different materials and techniques, letting her imagination run wild. These creative activities became a form of self-expression and self-discovery, helping her connect with her inner self. To further nourish her creativity, Ananya made it a habit to seek inspiration from the world around her. She visited art galleries, attended concerts, and explored nature. These experiences filled her with a sense of wonder and awe, sparking new ideas and perspectives. Embracing creativity added a new dimension to her self-care journey, allowing her to see the world through a different lens. As Ananya continued her self-care journey, she realized that balance was key. She learned to set boundaries and prioritize her needs without feeling guilty. She started saying no to commitments that drained her energy and yes to activities that brought her joy and fulfillment. This newfound balance allowed her to be more present and engaged in all aspects of her life. Ananya also developed a nightly routine to wind down and prepare for restful sleep. She would take a warm bath, read a few pages of a book, and practice gratitude by listing 3 things she was thankful for each day. This routine helped her relax and reflect on her day, promoting better sleep and a sense of contentment. With time, Ananya noticed a significant transformation in herself. She felt more energized, happier, and at peace. Her relationships improved, as she was more present and patient with her loved ones. Her work performance also benefited, as she was more focused and creative. By prioritizing self-care, Ananya had not only improved her own well-being but also positively impacted those around her. Ananya's journey to self-care was a continuous process, filled with ups and downs. But with each step, she learned more about herself and what she needed to thrive. She embraced the idea that self-care was not a luxury, but a necessity. It was a journey of self-discovery, self-love, and self-respect. And as she stood on the mountaintop of her accomplishments, she knew that the most important relationship she had was with herself.